the women's, and they told a good story within the ring, and it just, the men's, it just didn't connect for me. It just didn't connect.
We usually get those moments where you're like, all right, that's going to be a Mania match. I left the women's Rumble saying there's like 5 women's matches you can book for Mania. The men's side, like, what was it? Like, Drew and Punk, maybe. Obviously, that's changing now, but like, there really wasn't much like, oh, I want to see that more with that at Mania. Like, even the Jade and Bianca, the stare down with no no physicality, that was perfect.
What did we talk about last week, guys? I said, when you see them, it's going to look like a poster. And it was so perfectly shot with the WrestleMania sign over the shoulders, right?
Yeah.
I knew when you put those two together and that they would face off. And when you saw them, muscle on muscle, face on face, 2 sisters looking at each other, I was like, yep, that's money. That's why. At some point, that's going to be box office. Who knows what that match is going to end up being or when we're going to see that. But when I saw them face to face, I said, that's what I was looking for, the money shot. Yep. That's what I wanted at the Rumble.
I mean, but you didn't even get like, they didn't even try. Like, I know Kofi hasn't been able to land the ridiculous spot. You know, it's gotten botched the last 2 or 3 years. They didn't even try this year.
Nope.
Like, he just got unceremoniously tossed by Gunther. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess he's not really going to have a chance at winning the IC title on Monday. Like, give me a little intrigue there or something. And it just seemed like everything that you're expecting out of the Rumble match, it just kind of fell flat. And honestly, like, and it makes sense now with the Punk injury, but like the last bit of action with those two wasn't great. No, Punk did a great job selling it with all the talking that he did, but it wasn't like great in-ring action.
Not at all. Like that felt too long. I'll even say, going back to the women's match, they did enough with Nia that I was able to convince myself, you know what? If Nia wins here, it's okay. Yeah. Like, that's how good they made her look.
I did get my wish at number 1, by the way, with her. I wanted her for an hour. It didn't happen. I didn't get my 1 hour of Nia. Because so you can always hear certain things in the crowd. Did you hear like Okada chants or anything like that? So, I mean, because I want to know what did the audience want from the men?
That's the weird thing. Like, there wasn't rock chants. It was just sort of like dead. And I don't know if it's because like it was a long show where there were only 4 matches. Like, there wasn't that overwhelming. Like, it was just sort of disappointment. I was like, huh. That's why, like I said, when Sammy came out, I didn't realize it was 30 because there wasn't even like, oh, it's not The Rock. It was just, whatever. Like, we're almost going home. I was like, oh, that's it? No one else is coming out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I felt like the crowd was into it at first with Jimmy versus Jay, and then it just kind of.
They know Yeet was cool.
Yeah, but then the men's Rumble match just didn't give the crowd any reason to be excited.